And we're live. Hey, welcome in. Good evening, Hugo Homestead and Miss Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. How are you guys? Sorry, my camera decided it didn't want to turn on for a minute. I was like, hello. It was on earlier, and then it was like, nope, we're not going to turn on. So, how is everybody doing this evening? Hopefully you can hear me. I think the microphone's on. Looks like it's lit up. So, oh my goodness, I got so much done today. And there's still more to do. It's like never ending. So I'm just gonna pop my chat out. I like to pop the chat out of the out of YouTube and use it as well in StreamYard. I find sometimes the StreamYard chat is just not as, I don't know, it's not as up to date. So it's easier to use the one from there. So welcome in, just dropping by. Hey, Batloof, nice to meet you. I met you just recently in the other live, and it's really nice to see you in here tonight. Hey, Indiana Backyard Gardener, how are you tonight? Everyone getting their yard on? Most of you probably already done. You're probably already totally done planting, and you're harvesting, and and I'm sitting over here, just, you know, still getting stuff in the ground. So it's been about 3 weeks now. I had to wait because we had these really big planters out back that needed to get filled with the soil. And so I had to wait until those all got filled. And then it's kind of like whatever's left of the big pile of potting mix we have up there, then I'll fill up the rest of the containers. So I didn't want to take all the potting mix and put it in all these containers and then not have them for the larger things. So I had to wait until that got finished. Oh, Beltloop saying hello to Indiana. We got some people coming in. Hey, Skinner Farms, welcome in. How are you? You're not done, no. You wouldn't be. Hey, Rebecca Davis, how are you tonight? Come, welcome in, welcome in. Grab a seat. Everyone grab a seat. There's plenty of comfortable chairs tonight. I got my first flower on my tomato plant and 1 pepper so far. That's awesome. That is so exciting. I have some purple blooms on what I'm hoping. Okay, why is this the camera so high? I'm like cutting my head off with the thing. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, and it's exactly the same. And now I'm blurry. This is why you always wear pants, even when you're on camera. Always wear pants. You never know what's gonna happen with the camera. So I have a purple bloom on one of my pepper plants, and I'm really, really hoping it's my Bolivian rainbow. But no matter, I swear to God, no matter how well I think I have like labeled these seedlings, something happens, and it's like they float around in the trays or something. And yeah, so they just kind of end up all over the place. So I got another beautiful. So here I'm going to show the background. This is I forgot to, I tried to get an updated picture, and for some reason it wasn't transferring over onto my backdrop. So I couldn't upload any of the pictures I took this week. So I did get a lot of things done, and a lot of things are much different than they were when I took this picture, I think 2 weeks ago. Like the tomato plants are huge. Like I can't believe how big they're getting. So I was hoping I could get it on here, but I was trying to transfer it from my phone over and it didn't. So, well, I swapped out my jeans because of rip. Don't want everybody to see my rear end. Not to worry though, I always got drawers on. Always wear square pants. Okay, SpongeBob. Welcome in, Jesse. Yeah, apparently I had a slight rip in my bum of my pants that I was wearing out in the garden yesterday, and it's just like a snag down the back, and so of course we're blaming Dexter, but who knows what it's really from. But yeah, we're gonna blame Dexter, why not? So yeah, what did I plant today? So I planted some sunflowers. I killed some sunflowers. Yep, accidentally snapped it right in half. That was really, really sad. Yeah, always got drawers on. Always. Sometimes they're pajamas, but at least it's, you know, at least it's something, right? So I got a handful of sunflowers in. I got some zinnias in. I got my celosias in. Gomphrena went in yesterday. Nicotiana went in today, and I can't remember how tall that's supposed to get. So hopefully it's happy where it's at, because it's oops, I don't know if it's supposed to be where it's at. that's the thing with the hill. Like, it's just really hard to know exactly how tall everything's gonna get and like where the levels are gonna be. So today I put in some canna lilies right here. And so I'm hoping that, you know, they're gonna get, I put in the shorter ones, so hopefully they won't block my hibiscus and these things behind it. But see, these are the big pots that go down that line, the edge. So these are the ones I had to make sure that I filled up first before I filled up all my little pots like this with the potting mix. And I topped off my tomato plants. So I pruned them back a little bit and I filled the soil in there, and then I put a basil or parsley, every other one, in my grow bags for these. So here they were. So this was like, what, 2 weeks ago or a week ago? And now they're all above this board here of the deck. So here's my grow bags with my tomatoes in them. And I will be doing a video soon where I will be setting up the string. So I'll do it exactly the same as I did last year. I tie a string to the loop. There's a loop here on the grow bags, a handle. And I tie the string to that, and then it goes straight up and around my gazebo, and then it comes back down and it gets tied back around that. Gosh, it's really hard to point over your shoulder. So I'm in love with the grow bags. They work really, really well. And like the soil here is a nightmare, and I would have to do kind of like a raised bed along there. And, you know, just the cost of lumber and everything right now is outrageous. And so 2 years ago, I had used the green, I don't know if I have a picture on here. I used the green Dollarama fabric bags. And they worked great. They really, really worked good, but they just weren't as aesthetically pleasing. And so my dad was just like, oh, no. So my dad went and bought me these 12 grow bags from Amazon. Hey, Cape Cod Life, welcome in. How are you doing? You're probably still planting some stuff too. You'll have to see. I'll be doing an update. That's probably going to be my Sunday video. It's going to be like a garden tour, because hopefully by then everything will be in. That's the plan. And it's not just in, like I have to put everything in, and then it has to get like cleaned up and organized, and then kind of figure out what we're going to do with the deck and get the chairs out and all that. So, hey, Kareen, welcome in. How are you? How's it going down there? Say hi to Marvin and Lashana if they're around. Yeah, we've been in seasonally cold. I have never grown potatoes. I've never grown potatoes. But if you want, you got to go, if you have potato questions, you got to go find Guten Yardening. He is the king of potatoes. He's grown like 50 million varieties of potatoes and sweet potatoes. I had no idea there were even that many varieties. And he grows them. He's done them in raised beds. He's done them in pots and containers. He did them in, I want to say a straw bale. I think he did them in a straw bale, if I'm not confused. He grows them inside. So I'm sure Jesse's around. I'm sure Jesse will drop you a link for Guten Yardening if you're not following him already. Otherwise, a lot of the other channels have done potatoes. It's just I've never done potatoes. I don't know. I just don't feel like I have the space to devote to potatoes when there's something that are grown here. In Canada, we have PEI, which is like our Idaho. So all the potatoes are grown there. So, hey, GT, how's it going? You guys have been getting some pretty decent weather up there in Anchorage area. My parents have been loving it. So welcome in, GT Grows at Alaska. You're doing them in bags. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if anyone in the channel, if anyone on the chat in here has a video on growing potatoes in bags, drop your link. Drop your link down below. I mean, or just say, me, I do, and then Jesse will drop your channel name. Bone meal helps with roots. All right, bone meal. Keep in mind though, sometimes I don't use a lot of bone meal, but I know that it kind of can attract bunnies, but I don't know. You got a tablespoon of rain today. Oh my goodness, we got poured. We've been dumped on this week. So yesterday it came right at 7 like it said it was going to, and it rained pretty much kind of on and off all night long. And then a little bit this morning, but like everything was just kind of muddy going out there today. So I did kind of wait until it dried up a little bit. And, but it does make it easier to weed. So I did get out a lot of seedlings and everything. So Simplified Gardening has good info on, oh, where'd it go? Growing potatoes in containers. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm just getting into growing more vegetables over the past few years. Like, I'll show you this shot again, but let me see if I could find one from like last year where there's actually flowers in it. Here we go. So this is pretty much my yard. Like, this is pretty almost to the top of the hill here. And then the deck starts here and comes to the house. I'm in a townhouse. So that's the width of my yard. It's very narrow and it goes out and then it goes up a hill. So the majority of my yard is either on a dip coming down. So you can see this is the edge of our property right here. And then these are the next two neighbors. We don't have a fence between them. So we have started maintaining their yard, and she pays my daughter to mow it. And my husband just kind of keeps up on, you know, fertilizing and overseeding so that it just looks really nice. And it's a beautiful spot for Dexter to go and run around in. So that's been really nice. But yeah, I don't have a lot of room. And so like right here where I'm sitting, I'm like basically on the deck, and then it's just that narrow laneway next to the deck. So thank you. You have to get creative. You get creative. So this year I've gone vertical. I've got what, 3, 4, well, the fourth one I'm not really counting because it's one of those kind of like the strawberry pots that I'm putting out in the front with just some flowers in it. But the other containers, I got the oh, and I'm so mad because I had pictures to show you tonight and they're not uploading from my phone. I don't know. It's like I don't have a good connection in here, a good signal. So let me see if they're gonna send or not. Because I did take some snapshots of all the beds I've done. I did the Dollarama 3 each. I did stacks of 3 of the Dollarama, you know, cheap little 3Z stackable containers. I put beans in all of those. They look pretty. And then I did like a nasturtium in the top to kind of fluff it out and fill out. And then like I'm just adding so many more vegetables this year. So this section here, actually right here. So today I have just below the peonies. So the peony is going to be done blooming soon. And it does tend to, this one actually doesn't get as much of the mildew as some of the others. So some of them end up getting cut down in the middle of summer. This one will get cut back in the middle of summer because then you can see my hibiscus, which is behind it. So right in front of it, I had self-seeded some 4 o'clocks were coming up. So I left them. And then a few other 4 o'clock seedlings I've found in this area, I pulled up and I put in this section. So this will be the 4 o'clock section. And then I had kind of all this space here with nothing in it. And I planted a bunch of beans. So I planted a bunch of beans, the purple beans, and I think it's the yellow wax beans are going to be like in this area, like front of my garden. But I think they're pretty. And then I'm filling the whole front section here. It's very hard to point. I'm filling this whole section here in front of the hosta with petunias. So, and then this is right here is where I put the sunflowers. And then back in this little corner here, I planted a tomato plant and 5 peppers and basil and parsley. So, you're at work. No worries about that. Are you growing tomatoes? And what kind, if you remember, are, am I growing tomatoes? Yes, I'm growing tomatoes. For my very small yard, I have room for 12 indeterminate tomatoes, which go in the grow bags, and then kind of spaced around. I'm growing 20 tomatoes. I think I have 20 planted so far. And I grew 130 seedlings. So I sold a few. I've given away off. Yeah, you know what, Vanna? Like that, it's harder than it looks. Okay, I'm just saying. At least she's doing it right on the TV. I'm having to like everything's backwards. Yeah, I'll have to practice that in between, or like on Price is Right or whatever. The Price is Right girls. Yeah. So I like interplanting them. I did it last year quite a bit with the the pepper plants because I think pepper plants are attractive as well. I think tomato plants are kind of ugly. Like they're not the prettiest plants. Like they're beautiful because of what they are and when they're full of tomatoes, and I love seeing them, but I don't find them as aesthetically pleasing for in my flower beds as I do like the peppers and the beans. Right? So up here, whoop, here we go. Good thing I shaved my armpits lately. Up here I have planted my garden huckleberries, which I started from seed again, and the plants are about 1.5 feet tall, so they're going to be great. I didn't realize that the garden huckleberry self-seeds like prolifically. So I literally probably pulled out like 200 seedlings from this little area here. And those pesky sweet currant cherry tomatoes that I had grown last year that I said I'm never going to grow again. Same thing. I've been just pulling out tons and tons of seedlings. So what back to your question. Yeah, I should have taken a picture, and I think I talked about this last week. I actually put a bunch of seedlings in my wagon, and I walked up and down my street last weekend, or the weekend before. And basically anyone that was outside, either walking or out in their yard, I accosted them and forced them on. Okay, yeah, next time I'll wear a sparkly dress. I have one too. I made it because I had this beautiful fabric and I had this beautiful pattern, and then I made it, and it was during COVID, and I've never worn it. So I should wear it. But no heels. If I'm sitting in my chair, I don't need heels. Yes, yeah, I had the mint issue, so now the mint that I'm growing this year, I got pineapple mint, and it is in a hanging basket. I do have a little bit of mint that's still under. It actually ended up growing under my neighbor's deck, unfortunately, but I've eradicated most of it. There's still a little bit there, so normally what I do when it comes up in the spring is I will dig it up and put it in a pot. So there's a few I saw in there, and I'm going to dig them up and stick them in the hanging basket. So. And it's funny because I have a short, I think it was a short video last summer, and it's like these pieces, like these roots coming out of the bottom of the hanging basket because it was a fiber pot, and there's like just these long roots with leaves all on them, and it was the mint, and I was like, this is why you don't put a mint in pots, even in the garden. If you're gonna put mint, put it in a pot and put it on a patio or a deck or something. There you go. We should do formal night. Everyone can come in their fancy clothes, because now that we're out of lockdown, we can't afford to go anywhere. It's too expensive to drive. There's nowhere to go, and I am not attempting anywhere near the Toronto airport right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like an absolute zoo. It's like people are like stuck in there on the airplane, like on the tarmac after you land, for like an hour before they even let them off, and then they're letting them off in sections, and it can take 3 to 4 hours just to get from the airplane to baggage. Like, it's absolutely insane right now. It's been this way for months, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna wait until they get that all cleared up, because that's just nonsense. So you'll have to be in your uniform. That's all right. Everyone loves a guy in a uniform, right? What kind of uniform, if we can ask? No. So, yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I forgot to take the final snapshot today. Oh, I wonder if I could get I should pull it up on the security. I do have a camera out back there. I'm just checking to see if it came through on my phone. I don't have data on my phone because I just have a really cheap phone plan. But I have data on my touchpad, but I took the pictures on my phone because the camera is way better, and I guess it didn't upload in time before I came in the office. In the office up here, it's like the 3rd floor front of the house, as far away from the router as I can get, and it's just terrible. Yeah, nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, I did post a picture over on my Instagram though. I wonder if I could pull that off. No, you can't pull it off Instagram. But my lupin here is just absolutely gorgeous right now. It's just tons of these beautiful pink blooms, and then I have another purple lupin here, and the lupin's self-seeded. I've been pulling lupins out like crazy all over. I've left them where I want them to be, and then I've like just put them in a pot with some soil, and I put out a notice on Facebook and Kijiji saying free seedlings. So you can, yes, you can wear your wedding dress. Wow, this is getting super fancy. I actually still have my wedding dress, but I don't know if it'd fit in this chair. It'd be really, really awkward. The law is in here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Now Kareen has to behave. That's all right. We always like a guy in uniform. You have cameras? So much for sneaking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I never got around to saying what tomatoes I'm growing. Okay, so I did do a video. Oh, I wonder. I did a video today on my phone here. And I talk about the varieties, but I don't think I took the picture with the actual tags. Okay, so I'm going from memory. There are 12 tomatoes in that front section, and I think I doubled up on the pineapple. I think I'm growing 2 pineapples. So 2 pineapple tomatoes, which are like a large yellow beefsteak. Then next to that, I have vintage wine, which I've never grown before. So I've never grown any of these except for the mortgage lifter and the Tiny Tim. Okay, so pineapple, mortgage lifter, pink tiger, which is like a long, elongated, kind of weird Roma pink stripy tomato. And it's a really weird looking plant. Like looks really fragile. Brandywine, Kentucky beefsteak, Marglobe. Is anyone counting? I don't know how many. You only work at a mental hospital, though. That could be helpful. Hey, Nicole. You're here listening. Won't get to chat much. No problem. She's in Jamaica, so she's safe. You don't have jurisdiction here. That's all right. That's all right. We'll behave ourselves. I know I'm forgetting a few. Marglobe. Oh, Sweetie. Bianca. Candy Sweet. I ended up with a lot of cherry tomatoes this year. And then for the dwarf tomatoes, I have Tiny Tim, Sean's, and I can't remember if it's Sean's Balcony or if it's Golden Balcony. So I have a Golden Balcony, and then it's Sean's something. I don't know if it's just Sean or Sean's dwarf tomatoes. Mary's Cherry, Kaleidoscope Jewel, Gold Nugget, watch the video Sunday. I'll do a full tour. So I ended up, and the chocolate Tasmanian dwarf tomatoes that I grew for my MIG grow off. And I actually just yesterday, last night, they got planted out up here and they're huge and there's tons of tomatoes on them. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I was wondering, I forgot to send you a message and wake you up. No, you should be here. This is very slow. I grew Brads last year. I found the plants to be very high drama. Like they were just, I don't know, they were kind of weird to grow from the start. They looked a little floppy. Oh, Old German. That's another one I'm growing. Old German. And they were so pretty though. They were very pretty. But then I just went a different direction this year and went all different varieties because I did some seed swaps and then I won some from Joe and then I bought some from his seed of the month club thingy he does. He had the tomato seed clubs last summer. So I just was like, you know what? None of the ones last year that I grew really blew me away, except for the mortgage lifter. I really liked them because they were a really nice big tomato. They tasted good and they produced early. So I actually got quite a few of those where some of the other, like the pink brandy wine I was growing, and there was another big one and like it never ripened in time. I had to make like green salsa out of it. It never ripened in time. So that's the only problem I have with the larger ones. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the dwarf varieties because they, I can start them sooner inside. They don't get as outrageously huge. And it gives me a bigger, a longer growing season because I'm in 5B And my last frost date is technically May 9th, but we don't plant anything out until the end of May. And then my first frost, I'm struggling to find an actual first frost date because when I type in my postal code, we don't call it a zip code here in Canada, it's a postal code. When I type in the postal code, it directs me to Georgetown, which is a nearby city, and it's the closest weather station. But there's a big valley and then like the Niagara Escarpment between us, and so their climate is different. So I am closest to them, but their first frost date says September 21st. And then Toronto, which is, just the other side of me, its first frost date is November 1st. So the closer you are to the lake, the later your frost date is, and just kind of where we're at, it's just really hard to kind of pinpoint it. Mississauga has like end of October. I go by like October 15th because I saw that somewhere at one point. And we have Thanksgiving here in Ontario, in Canada, the second Monday in October. And the last 4 or 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, we've been like outside wearing t-shirts, and the weather's been beautiful, and we haven't had like snow or frost, but we have had snow in the beginning of October. But it does seem like our climate is shifting. Like the spring seems to be colder for longer, but yet we're having like a nicer, warmer fall each year. So one of these years we're going to get hit with an early snow in like early mid-September, and we're all going to be like, no. But I'm counting on it being a little bit longer. And then that's the thing was with like the some of the dwarf varieties. I can kind of just chop them and maybe bring them in. If we ever get that random mystery grow tent set up in the basement that I haven't even seen. I still haven't seen it. We want to get some vegetable seedlings, Rochelle. My thumb is not as green as I need it to be yet. You know what? It's all a learning process. Today I had to toss out a few of my lettuce seedlings. Some slug had gotten into my container. My arugula has all bolted already. It's flowering and it's beautiful. My radishes have completely bolted. I got none. So, but I'm leaving them because they're pretty and I like the seed pods and whatever. Dexter actually enjoys eating the arugula. Hey, AZ Highland Homestead, how are you? Welcome in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. You must be all done planting down in Arizona. Oh my goodness, you're probably harvesting things like Nicole. I don't know if you follow Nicole. You got to go follow Nicole Smith Gardening over on Instagram. She has been posting these amazing harvests, her squash and the beans, and I'm so jealous as I'm like still planting mine and she's harvesting them. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I should have her come on. That would be hilarious. Oh no. Oh, I would be terrified. I'm scared of all birds. All birds, anything that can kind of fly scare me. I've had incidences in my life with bats, and my aunt had this vicious goose growing up. Her name was Princess, and she was not. So yeah, I wouldn't be going anywhere near the rooster. I'd be like, sorry goats. I'd be like launching their food with like food launcher. We just got more pepper plants today. We are up to 5,500 square feet. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, 50 your elevation, right? Mid-May. Oh, okay. So you're close to me then. Your father-in-law speaks rooster. Oh my God. Okay. If you're on my Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook, sorry, I gotta turn the volume up on that. I posted on my Brampton Gardener page on Facebook. I think I posted on the Brampton Gardener page on Facebook, and it's this rooster, and it is so hilarious. And oh my God, it's just like the longest cock-a-doodle-doo you've ever heard. And I won't spoil it, but you have to watch to the end because it's so funny. I was dying. Yeah. A rooster whisperer right now. Tell her to try the spray bottle. That's what I do with Dexter. He spurred a conversation with Rooster. Oh no. Ungrateful. She hatched him from an egg. Is it a teenager, by the way? Is it a teenager? Yeah. Oh, poor little rooster. Your poor wife. I would be so traumatized right now having to deal with that rooster. Yeah, tell her to try a spray bottle. Try a spray bottle. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah. You're at work and she's at home. Go arrest him. Go arrest that rooster. Put him in his place. Yeah. Go tase him. Oh. So where are you located, Belt Loop? If you don't mind us asking, you can just give state or general area if you're not... Does your rooster understand Jamaican? What curry rooster? How does curry rooster taste? Hey, Kiki, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. We were discussing a naughty rooster. He's misbehaving. I know Kiki's been, he understands boot. Oh, naughty rooster. Roosters are scary, so are turkeys, so are geese. Yes. All birds are scary, by the way, just so you know. They're all terrifying. Yes, I think it was over in your chat. You were doing that on your live. Yeah, if you're in for a good time, Davis Family Life does their live Sunday evening, 8 p.m. I think it's 8 p.m. And sometimes she asks these questions, and it was like, what's something that's kind of, something weird that you do, that you're like scared of, like just some weird phobia that you have. And I had to admit to my bird phobia and storm drains. Like if you park the car and I have to open the car over like a storm drain in the road, like it just freaks me out. Like I'm afraid that I'm going to like drop something down it, or I'm like going to fall through or something. Super paranoid about the storm drains. Yes. Very weird. I know, but they're terrifying. And our neighbor here has one in the middle of her yard, but fortunately they have covered it with rocks, so you don't have to see it because, yeah. Yes, it's embarrassing, but yeah. So that's why people are always like, oh, you should put up a bird feeder. I'm like, I like to see, like, we get enough birds as it is, but I am not encouraging any more birds to be coming any closer than they do already. They like to sit on my gazebo. I think that was thunder. Did you guys hear that? So apparently we're getting some more rain. Yay. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. My gosh. It's good though, like for the seedlings that I just planted in. That's the problem with this hill is you water it even with the rain. Like it has to be a really, really saturating rain for it to stay wet. Like it just really, the water just runs right down it. So, not that she was freaking out, but the statement in itself. Oh. Oh gosh. Something weird that you do. Oh, okay, yeah. Rain is a good thing. It is, but you know what? Last year we had so much rain. I do have 2 flamingos, but they can't attack me. And they can't fly. It's the flying. It's the flying that gets to me. So even like, butterflies, anything like that. Yeah. I saw a lady fall through one of those and it... Oh no. See? I'm going to tell my husband now because he makes fun of me. And it's like I open the door to the van and I'm always afraid like something's going to fall out. Drop, one of the tools are going to fall out, or my purse or my phone or my chapstick. I don't know. Yeah. Oh my God. I love my flamingos. They're laying down in this picture. I have them standing up though now. They're standing up and they're watching the garden. They're keeping an eye on everything for me. I'm kind of obsessed with all things flamingo. It's the year of the flamingo for me this year. Kiki is saying hello. Hello, crystals, plants, and pets and plants. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Where are you hailing from? We got people from all over tonight. We got people from Texas. We got people from New York. We got people from Jamaica. We got people from all over. I'm up here in Canada, Indiana. She's from Indiana. Hello, Kansas. Welcome in from Kansas. Awesome. Have I been to Kansas? Nope, I've never been to Kansas. Closest I've been to Kansas, I went to Missouri, and I've driven across the bottom, so like Louisiana and, oh, you're in Mississippi. All right, I drove through Mississippi. So that's the closest I've been to that section. Mississippi had beautiful rest areas, by the way. We were driving, moving from Oregon to Florida in the winter, yeah, like November of 2000, and going through, you see everything. And I don't know, like for some reason Mississippi, I don't know if they just like gotten a grant or something, but man, they put in some really, really nice fancy rest areas. Much appreciated. And it was beautiful, beautiful. Driving through some of the flats through there and stuff. Absolutely beautiful. The South was great soul food. The food was amazing all along the trip. It was really good. That was one of the things. And it was like, we didn't want to go to any chain restaurants, right? So we tried to go to all the different ones. They'll be in bed. Oh no. Put your chickens to bed. Oh my gosh. Are they harder to put to bed than kids, or are they easier? Trying to get the kids to bed. Oh my goodness. Thanks. It's our best asset. The rest areas. They were like so nice, and not scary at all. The ones in, I can't remember if it was Arizona or New Mexico, but they were kind of like right in the desert, and they were a little scary because they were kind of open and you weren't sure what, I was just worried about like scorpions and snakes or anything being in the washrooms, because there weren't doors on some of them, and it was a little concerning. But yeah, it was a beautiful drive. We had wanted to go see the Grand Canyon, but there was like this freak snowstorm that year, and we were driving out we were pulling the boat, and so we just you just shut the door. Oh, that's what I do with my kid now. Yeah, it was a beautiful drive, and it was November, so we went and we just went straight down I-5 and then across Highway 10. So we went through New Mexico, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, up into Georgia. We went and visited some friends in Atlanta, and then back down through Florida. So, yeah, it was really nice. And just the variety of the scenery and the food. You go from the desert into the swamp and everything like that. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I love New Orleans. Loved it. Everything. I don't think we had a bad meal the whole trip. It was awesome. You'd rather put chickens to bed any day. Oh, because Lishana doesn't go to bed. For his rest area season. Oh, perfect. We were there right at the right time. That's awesome. Oh gosh, how did we get into this subject? Good grief. So yeah, I think I told you my tomato varieties, peppers, I'm all over the map. And yeah, we ate at NOLA, and I had the absolute best, I'm going to say, from like the whole trip. I want to say the mashed potatoes at NOLA was like life-changing. I don't even want to know how much butter were in those, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. This is from a couple of weeks ago, so things are actually getting a lot bigger now. These are all in, nope, wrong hand. These are in full bloom right now. Like, these are all popped open and red, and well, hot pink, red. Here, this is that plant. So this is what that one looks like. I'll get out of the way. You don't want to see me. You want to see the flowers. They're so pretty right now. But yeah. Okay. So next week I will make sure that, my pictures are all uploaded. But yeah, I'll be doing a tour. That will be my Sunday video, I believe, or Saturday. It might have to go out Saturday because I'm working Sunday. So I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, I will have a tour video up. So, but yeah, I put in a bunch of peppers over here. I made a planter for my neighbor because I had extra peppers. So I have one of these big pots. It's actually the terracotta one like this. And I put in some big, hey Mona, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you. I've had that peony for years and years and years. So yeah, I took one of these big pots, and I put in some canna lilies at the back, And then I put in 3 peppers, 2 mystery peppers. I don't know where the tags went. And a poblano. And then I put in a couple of petunias and nasturtiums. So I probably overpacked it, but it's a pretty big container and I can always pull some of the petunias out if I need to. Peppers I'm growing. Okay, so shishitos, poblanos, New Mexico 6, Big Jim, which I believe are a variety of New Mexico 6, red cherry, cayenne, possibly a Bolivian rainbow. And then I have a few other peppers from my friend, and the container got hit by that storm, and some of them didn't make it, and some of them got kind of moved. They were like floating around in there, so I don't know what they are. One of them was an ahi, one of them was a fandango, one of them was, so I have possible ones of those as well. I'm not doing as, oh hey Tuber Chat, welcome in, how are you doing? And Urban Gardening Chronicles, hey, if you still need any tomatoes, I have a few left. I'm hoping to get rid of them this weekend, so if you want to come up to Brampton and get any tomatoes, you are welcome to do that. Hopefully this weekend, because like these babies need to get in the ground. I still have quite a few different varieties, and then out in the back, some of the smaller seedlings I have of the Kentucky beefsteak and the vintage wine, and a couple kaleidoscope jewels, which are, I think, technically a dwarf tomato, but they get like 4 feet high, maybe. Hey, Tuber Chat, welcome in. Word up. How are you doing? Shared it on Reddit. Thank you so much. I still don't know how to use Reddit. I never use Reddit, and I should, because it seems like that would be a great place to share things, but I don't. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, come on. Don't you have like some hibiscus and stuff going on down there? Tuber is saying hello to them. So I think that's, I said jalapeno, right? Cayenne. Yeah. It's possible I have a Scotch bonnet, but I don't know if that one germinated or not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not doing as many of the super hot ones this year. I still have quite a few from last year that I dried, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need that many super hot ones. So more of just kind of like the medium to hot range. More usable. I wanted more jalapenos. I wanted the poblanos because I want to make chilerianos with my homemade poblanos. And the shishitos, I absolutely love. I just love tossing them. Yeah, exactly. I'm too old for it too, apparently. It must be a younger generation thing. Okay, I just got a notification from somewhere. I don't know what that was. Something beeped. All right. Is it the chat? No. You've got habaneros, red hot Caribbean, ghost peppers, and Carolina Reaper. Yes, nice. Yeah, way too many. I know. Yeah, well, that's what you were talking about on your live, and I was like, yeah. I try to do TikTok, and Tasha Oshi Grows has kind of helped me work through a few things, and my problem is it just never wants to upload. Like, I'll go through all the work of making a little reel or whatever, and it doesn't upload properly, and then I'm like, ugh, so I just stick with Instagram. But oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I know some plants are tricky. Yeah, last year I grew a lot more of the hot ones. I grew some Scotch bonnets. I grew some Trinidad perfume. Those actually weren't supposed to be spicy. It was supposed to be more like a habanada, but they were actually quite spicy. I was surprised. And I was supposed to be growing Jamaican hot chocolate. And mine were not Jamaican hot chocolate. Mine were just regular Scotch bonnets. And then I had some other that were really, really hot, and I can't remember. The Bolivian rainbow is fairly spicy. Sorry. The Chinese ornamental are super, super tiny. Those are really spicy too. Dang, I'm later. Oh no, now you're in trouble. You gotta go sit in the back. Welcome in, Nicole. Thank you so much for coming. No worries. No worries. Did you recently upgrade it? because I just got my a new phone. Well, new to me. It's my husband's old phone, and I did a reset. I just did like factory reset, and when I went in to to download Instagram to it, I just noticed like there were a lot of people who had commented that the latest update was like really struggling with it, right? Ooh, Portugal hot. Oh, nice. Jalapeno, Sugar Rush, Peach. I want to try the Sugar Rush Peach. That one's not super hot, is it? I can't remember. Like I like it spicy, but I also like to taste my food. And I get the hiccups so bad that sometimes, yeah, mine too. It's more just like the hiccups, right? Oh, the Edgevarsky. I've grown those before. I really like those, but I ran out of the seeds and I forgot to save seeds from those. Pippin's Golden Honey. That sounds delightful. I've never heard of that. Chinese Giant, and many more sweet peppers. Oh, sweet peppers. Yeah, I'm growing red bell peppers too, I think, this year. For me, the I find the New Mexico 6 and the well, what I'm assuming are similar. It's the Jim Big Jim are a variety of New Mexico 6, and they're like the New Mexico style pepper. So like a hatch pepper. And they were like, there was no heat to them. They were just like a green chili, but roasted. Oh my God. I made this pork green chili stew last year. There's a video on it. It is, oh my God. It was so good. It was absolutely delicious. I can't wait to try that again. You can't do spice at all. Oh no. Criolla Stella peppers. Oh, I've never heard of those. That sounds good. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. And it's so embarrassing. And then it's hard to eat your meal because it's like you're just like hiccuping so bad. That's why when Joe starts hiccuping on his pierogi Mondays, oh my God, I laugh. I'm trying to develop a taste for hot, so that's why I'm trying to grow some, yeah, habanadas and natapinos as well. I did want to try the natapinos as well. I thought it would be fun to like when you make cowboy candy, then you can make it like where it's not so spicy for some people if they don't like the heat. Um, we are doing it. Yes, we are. I'm trying to get more veggies. I find that, oh, thank you, Kiki. I always forget to ask for that. Hey, David, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I do find that it's easier to incorporate, you know, veggies into your meals when you can just go outside in the garden and grab something. So that's why I'm growing all the beans. Peas. I cannot grow peas to save my life. They just do not sprout for me. They are terrible. Yeah. Cowboy candy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And Miss Lisa over at Lazy Days Ahead makes a mean jar of cowboy candy. It's really good on a burger, like amazing on a burger, and also really good on a bagel and cream cheese. For breakfast, yeah. We're doing our best. There you go. Oh my God. Your little girl is so cute. She's just out there loving her gardening. Sweet pea. Although I do remember you had some different names for her last year, if I recall. She killed one of your plants. Yeah, I'm interested in the Jimmy Nardellas. Who else was growing those? Someone was talking about those. And what is it? The Lalasha peppers? The Lalasha peppers are really popular. My peas plopped over in last night's store. Oh no. I hope so. I know I've been watching Slava's peas over there and I'm super jealous. Mine didn't even sprout. Some of my sweet peas sprouted. So hopefully they'll do all right. They're up against the fence doing their thing. But none of my regular peas even sprouted. And I had them in the winter sowing containers next to the others. What in the world is cowboy candy? Cowboy candy is pickled candy jalapenos. So basically you slice up a bunch of jalapenos and then you make a simple syrup, sugar and water. And is there vinegar in there? Or is it vinegar and water? Vinegar and sugar. It's been a while since I made it. Anyways, it's something like that. And then you throw in some coriander seeds and a few other things and you just simmer them until they're soft. And then you can them or freeze them or anything like that. It's Beltloop. Hi, Beltloop and Lazy Days. Lazy. Yes. Okay. Those are mild, right? I think they're fairly mild. Yeah. Baby Zilla. That's it. Yeah. I remember Baby Zilla phase. Lazy says, yes. Okay. You're growing them too. That's right. Pleasure to see you all. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, I skipped one. I have a couple of them growing, but not ripe yet. Oh yeah. I want to try those next year. So if anyone save seeds for me, please. Yeah. It's always good to see you as well. Sell more than I need and pray. Well, I've done that so far. I've done a lot more than I need apparently. Um, so yeah, oh, I have those and I don't have a picture. This is so frustrating. So I bought these fabric raised beds at Dollarama, which is the Canadian dollar store. They're $4. They're about 8 inches high and like 2 feet in diameter. And I don't think it's is it in the picture? Oh, it is. It's right here. Oh no, it's just this is the top of it, but you can't see it. It's not in the picture. They're fairly decent. Like, it holds a lot of soil. So anyways, I bought two of those. Actually, I bought three of those, four of those. I can't remember what I bought, but, yeah, I bought four. So I put one in my yard and then I went and put two over in my neighbor's yard. She has this area next to her patio that's kind of just like rocks. And I went and I pulled up all the weeds and I put these two raised beds right on top of the rocks. And so I put in some watermelon, my sugar baby watermelons. I put in over there, and I put in a cucamelon, and then I put in a couple of tomatoes, a few peppers, some herbs, and broccoli, I think. So she doesn't really use her backyard, and so we kind of fix it up for her. I usually do a few different planters out back, so it's nice for her, and if I have extra stuff, I can put it over there, and then I'm like, you come out, take some cherry tomatoes, take some peppers, take some herbs, whatever. So she enjoys, having that out in the backyard, and then I just take care of it for her. And I like it because it gives me more growing space, so. But I don't recall it, so, oh, okay. I will definitely go check that out. Yeah. It's like me and the tomatoes. I don't remember what I'm growing anymore. And then it's like I'm trying to, pawn these off on people, and the ones that still had the labels on it, and then I'm trying to remember, is that a large tomato? Is that a small tomato? Oh, black plum. But I'm not growing it. I didn't keep one of the black plums. I don't know. I read some comments on it and I just decided not to do that one. I decided to go with the candy sweet instead. So, of course, my tomatoes, but I remember them. See, I didn't do as many of the peppers this year, except for the ones I can't remember at all. Yeah, what was going on with that? That's crazy. You had so many coming up, and it's funny. I don't have any of my regular tomatoes that's self-seeded. None of them. And I wonder if it's because they're in the grow bags and like where they are along the fence there. Like I take it all out and it doesn't really have a chance to drop. But oh my gosh, so many of these stupid little red currant seedlings everywhere, driving me nuts. Hey, Ro. You grow, Ro. How are you coming in tonight? Thank you so much for coming in. I have a couple black brandywine that I am growing regular brandywine. I tried pink brandywine last year and it never ripened on time. This year I'm trying just straight up brandywine. We'll see if I get it. Hopefully. My lemon and tangerine seedlings are still alive, so I'm not completely hopeless. We are all starting to make me look bad. And you have the best climate for it all, especially the fruit trees. I would think that they would just be growing prolifically. Are they in ground or are they in pots? It sounds delicious. I can't wait to see you make a sandwich with that. Yeah, the soil and squash. Oh, see. Oh, that's why. Okay. And then you threw the tomatoes in this. That makes sense. Yep. You threw them in with it. Gotcha. Yeah. So I've had a lot of stuff self-seed, like up in this section. I've got so many calendula that are coming back. At least I'm hoping they're calendula, or else I'm just watering a bunch of weeds, which I'm worried about over here. With my poppies. So I did pull out the ones that Jesse was like, no, those aren't poppies. Those are weeds. I pulled all those out, but then I have two others. One I know for sure is a poppy, and then the other one says it could be a poppy or a regular weed. And it's starting to get flower heads on it, and they don't look like poppies. So I think I've been like over there watering and fertilizing some weeds. Hopefully it's not like thistle or something. It's probably thistle. Oh well. Regular brandywine as well. I did the orange last year and they did really well. Oh, that's good. I'm excited for the pineapple. It's supposed to be like a large beefsteak. Couldn't think of the word. It's supposed to be like a large beefsteak. So I'm hoping they do really well. I do like the different colored ones. So no reason to feel bad about gardening. Exactly. Well, that's what they say. The best gardeners have killed the most plants. So oh my gosh, so much dill. This whole section here is dill. And I love it and I'm happy about it, but I keep pulling it out and I've been giving it away and I've been putting it in other parts of the garden. So I'm really hoping to get some swallowtails this year on my dill. And the poppies here, right here. I don't know if you can see this giant, there's like a poppy head here. And these are all getting really, really big. They're going to open any day now. So don't they use, it depends on the poppy. It depends on the kind of poppy, the breadseed poppies. Then they have opium poppies and all the different kinds of poppies. But yes, and some places you can't buy certain poppies and you can't send them across the borders and stuff. But I have all legal poppies, all legal things growing in my yard. Everything growing is legal. Everything's legal in Canada. I may always be right, but I'm never wrong. Thanks. Hey, Joni, welcome in. I didn't see you sneak in the back there. How are you doing tonight? Oh, you got to ask me your gardening question. Joni had a gardening question. Everyone's saying hello. I should feel bad. Basically, yeah, exactly. She's in Jamaica. Yeah, you got to catch up. No worries. Watermelon beefsteaks. What? Pineapple's a great variety. Oh, good to hear. I sell herbs in my local market. That was a tongue twister. Local farmers market. So bonus. That is awesome. Free plants. Yes, ma'am. Hello, Joni. I'm jealous. Davis. That would make me a gardening pro. I've killed one of everything twice. There you go. That's the way to do it. Oh yeah, amaranth. That's another thing that's a bunch up here. So I'm getting like the green weed amaranth that I always get, but I got a ton of red amaranth. So I'm keeping notes of what I don't even need to start next year. So next year I'm not starting any. Well, I might start a few calendula from seed just because like this one here that I planted here has been blooming, since for like 2 months now. So I might start a few just to get some earlier blooms. But yeah, the amaranth I grew from seed, it's the stuff on the hill's bigger. So I'm never growing amaranth again from seed. And I'm hoping some of these are straw flower. I mean, so much straw flower, so many straw flower seeds dropped in that section that there has to be some straw flower coming up in there. It can't just all be calendula. So you only started gardening in 2020. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm surprised how many people, are just so new to it, right? I think, lockdown came and people were like, well, we got nothing else to do. Let's go garden. And I think that was really a big hit with YouTube, right? YouTube gardening just was like, I know I was hooked on it. I was watching YouTube gardening channels all day long. What's this? Oh, I bet it's been a long day. You guys are milling wood like crazy out there. Good luck. Yeah. Oh yeah. Way too much time. Yep. Keeping notes. Exactly. I'm hoping the straw flower does, because then it would be like if I did grow, I would try a different variety of straw flower. Maybe do a seed swap with someone that has some different colors and stuff. Wild rhubarb. So is it actual rhubarb or is it burdock? Does it have the red leaves, the red stems, or no? Why don't you use it? Oh my God, I love rhubarb. Love rhubarb. My husband is the gardener. This is mostly in charge of the stuff. I'm clueless. Started in lockdown. Yep. Gardening before we got married in 1988. Oh, wow. You ruined her. No. People are I'll take it. Yeah. I know. Picked up a dozen Rama plants today to put in the pot. Oh, nice. Nice. If it's not in a pot, it has a 99% chance of staying alive. If it is, well, 50-50. If it's in a pot, it has too much Korean interference, eh? Red stem, I think, burdock root. Now that I can use. Oh my God. We have so much burdock behind us. Like, it grows wild back there. It's crazy. And then it tries to come through onto my side, and it's like, no. You can stay over there. If you ever need to come harvest, if you ever want to harvest some burdock, come on up. We'll go foraging. I'm messaging on Facebook, entirely forgetting what time it is. That's what the dinging is. And I can't, for some reason, I can't get the volume to go off on my phone. It's Danny. Thanks for dinging me. How's it going over there? She was working in the... Were you at the family garden finishing that up today, or was that just yesterday? Corinne's plants are superb. She's a master gardener. I just joined them. Oh, very nice. Oh, you joined the master gardeners? Very nice. You're coming for Burdock? Oh my God. Okay. So this neighbor here, like along her fence, her and the other neighbor spent like a couple of years trying to dig out and eradicate the burdock. It is a dock, so the roots on that thing can be like 2 and 3 feet deep. Like once it gets a foothold, it is almost impossible to get rid of. So they struggled with getting rid of it. We had to fight it here because like on the other side of this concrete wall is another hill that goes down the other side to the train tracks, and it's just wild back there. And it's just full of, hundreds and hundreds of these burdocks. So they keep trying to come into my yard. And so when I see people like buying burdock seeds online, I'm like, why? Because honestly, it just grows so wild here. It's practically invasive. It's just one of those things I would never, ever plant in my yard. Or purslane. I see people buying purslane seeds. I'm like, oh my gosh. I have some and I've left them. I've replanted them where I wanted them. But honestly, like we dig up purslane left, right, and center. Yeah. And if I want to use the burdock, I can go and dig it up. Oh, and mullein. We get mullein here growing wild. Oddly enough, pretty much no accent. Yeah, not too much of an accent. It's very disappointing. I'm kidding. A few of them were pretty good. Got along better than we did. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what what drives you to make certain decisions, but I am glad to know that you are getting along much better, and hopefully things are going well, and hopefully she survives the rooster incident tonight. Yes, I have grown chocolate mint. Put it in a pot and make sure the pot is not touching any soil of any kind. So make sure it is in a pot, on a patio, or in a hanging basket, because it will literally take over. Hey, Garden of Dedan, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping in. What's your video the other day? I just watched it. I can't remember. Was it a garden tour? I'm trying to remember what the video I just watched of yours the other day. Some really nice plants over there. Hey there, garden. Certain she did. That rooster will pay. We'll have a conversation when I get home. Oh, I bet. That rooster is in for it. So, oh, speaking of in for it. Oh, I gotta show you a picture. This picture is so funny. I'll just pop it up on my screen because it's the easiest way to do it. So poor little Daxie is going in for surgery tomorrow. He has a problem with his umbilical hernia. It was fine for quite a while, and she said, oh, we'll just fix it when he gets fixed and just stitch it up. And then it's kind of gotten swollen and hard and whatever, so she has to do surgery on it. And so we're getting him fixed at the same time so that he doesn't have to go through 2 surgeries. So I improvised this DIY pool noodle cone because the regular cone, like, I'll probably put it on him at night because he can just lay on it easier. But I don't know if I don't think he'll be able to get like up or down the stairs with the cone on, like, because he's short and he's tiny, and to drink out of a water dish or anything like that. So we're going to try this and hopefully it works. So I tried it on him. I was trying to get out of the way. So I tried it on him, but this is his face. He was just like, he was not impressed. Oh, it was kind of driving him nuts, but I was like, well, I gave him a few treats. Hopefully he'll leave it on, right? Let's hope he leaves it on. So yeah, poor little Dexy Wexy after tomorrow. things will be different for him. Yeah, poor Dex. I don't know how on earth we're supposed to keep him calm. Like, he is such a maniac. I don't know how we're going to keep him calm. Like, oh my gosh. And that's one of the main reasons I decided to just go ahead and get him fixed. He'll be 8 months, but to just go ahead and get him fixed now instead of waiting, because it's like to try and keep him calm twice for 2 different surgeries. No. You made some warm. Yeah. So Dexter will appreciate all of your well wishes and sympathy tomorrow. He'll be hamming it up, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll have pictures of him actually having to wear the cone. Yeah, I'll be exploiting those. Hey. Sounds yummy. Did you sweeten it with honey or sugar? What are you talking about? We missed oh, tea. All right, that makes so much more sense. The chocolate mint killed my pineapple mint. Oh, yeah, chocolate mint's very aggressive. Very aggressive. You made some worm compost tea the other day. Very nice. I don't think that's what she was saying. That sounded yummy, though. Molasses to feed the plants. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Hedgie, his stuffed hedgehog, is really hoping so, because the things I have seen. Oh, something no mother ever wants to have to see. There we go. Crane's stirring up stuff. Hey, Mayfield Ranch. Welcome in, Katie. How are you? Nice to see you in here tonight. I bet the owner's my old apartment. Oh, you know what? I was laughing thinking about your old garden the other day with all those sweet currant seedlings that are coming up in the garden. And I was just thinking about, because you had them too, and all the seedlings those people must be finding in their yard. Oh, serves them right. Exactly. If he was doing to me what happens to Dex, I wouldn't want to move for a week. Oh, he'll be up running around. I remember Gizmo, we got him home from his surgery, and he was, next thing I know, he was just running around in the backyard chasing the neighbor's dog that was out there. I was like, oh my God. Like, he went flying out the back. The door was open. I did a couple of videos, one on wheat tea and one on worm compost tea. Both the fertilized plants are growing. Very good. Very nice. And they both stink. Molasses repels aphids. What? I didn't know that. Oh, that's nice. I'll have to tell my husband, because he was having a problem with aphids already on some of his stuff. I made 2 buckets of wheat tea with molasses. Very nice. It helps to feed the bacteria. Beautiful. I will definitely tell him that. Hey, Mayfield. If I don't stir some up, it'll burn them. Ay, ay, ay. So what are you making this weekend? What are your plans for this weekend's dinner? We saw breadfruit at the store the other day. I almost bought it, but then I was like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, I'd have to call Karine and be like, okay, walk me through this. Tomatoes, eggplant, radish, carrot, dill, all went to seed. Oh my goodness. They're just going to be like, what is this? Oh, that's going to be funny. Cheap and does an amazing job feeding the plants. That's awesome. Have you ever seen Chinese lantern plant? I have one here to dig up to take to the new property. I have, and I grew one years and years ago, and I don't know what happened to that, but I haven't grown it in a very, very long time. But don't eat it. It's poisonous. Hey, bunny girl, welcome in. Don't worry. No worries. We're just here to hang out. No one's late. Just pop on in and out whenever you need to. I am intrigued by the name. I can't help it, bunny girl. 1712. Yeah, I don't know what the 1712 is. Definitely not the year you were born. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that's when you gotta wear your mask. Or you put a little Vicks under your nose. It's not the trick. Rub a little bit of your chocolate mint under your nose. You can slice and boil like potatoes, Rochelle. They don't have to be roasted. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I've had it before, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Actually, I made today in the Actifry. Why do I keep saying Actifry? It's not an Actifry. We had an Actifry. It was the first air fryer I think that was out, and we had one like, oh gosh, probably 10 years ago. But it died. So I'm on my 3rd air fryer right now. We just bought a new one last week or the week before. My other one just started smoking, and it wasn't the food. Like, the element just started smoking while it was heating something up. So before, I'd always had the paddle kind, so the Actifry, and then I had I can't remember the brand of the last one I had, but it heated from the bottom. It was like in a pan, and then it had like a paddle that went around that you could take in or out. And yeah, it just was toast. So we were looking around, and we ended up buying the Gourmet at Costco. I guess it's made for Costco from some other name, whatever brand one. So I've just been trying that recently. So today I did some pork belly in the air fryer. It was absolutely delicious. It turned out really, really well, and it was really easy to do as well. Normally when I do the pork belly, we usually do it 2 different ways. So my husband will either do it on the barbecue, the smoker out front, with like barbecue sauce seasoning, so it's kind of like a more like a pulled pork cracklins type thing, or I will do it and I do it first in the instant pot with a little bit of liquid and some flavorings, I think I usually throw in some like 5 spice powder and ginger, cinnamon, anise, stuff like that, ginger, garlic. And then you cook it until it gets pretty tender, and then you slice it up and throw it in a wok with some oil, a little bit of oil to render it out, and then it gets nice and crispy and fried. And then you make a sauce for it, which is like soy sauce, Shanchuang wine, a little bit more 5 spice powder and rock sugar or whatever. And then it's like this, it's like candy. Oh my God, it's amazing. But this one was really simple recipe, and it was a lot faster and easier. So the wheat tea is awful. It can be like a salad, potatoes. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll try it. It was kind of pricey though. The worm compost tea doesn't smell too bad, but the wheat tea, oh no. Oh no. Oh, good night, Joni. Thank you so much for coming in. We will stay safe. And you guys stay safe out there working with all those trees and everything. Don't overdo it. Make sure you do a few stretches tonight when you go to bed. Promise me, both of you. Tell Tony, I told him he has to do some nice stretches before you go to bed. You got to do some recovery for those muscles. Once they start smoking, you have to get rid of them because they will definitely hit the liquor cabinet next. And I don't want to share. That's my cabinet. Mm-hmm. Nighty night, Joni. Good night, Sleeping Beauty. Really? Jesse's over there buttering her up. He's buttering her up so she'll give him some of the answers for Tuesday night. For Tuesday night. Lazy days ahead. Yes, Jesse's quite the charmer. Quite the charmer, Jesse. Are you guys hot? You guys must be hot down in Texas. Who is it that was complaining about the heat? Oh, Lady Cheryl. I think I saw she posted something on her community page about like 102 and whatever. We have been unseasonably cool, and not gonna lie, I'm kind of loving it. We've been in like the low 70s. I think Wednesday was like a high of 68, and we've been in like the low 70s, and it has like been perfect weather to be out in the garden and to be weeding. And like my daughter went to Wonderland today, and it was absolutely perfect. They went on, I can't remember how many rides they went on because it was a Thursday and nobody was there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That is my bedtime too. But I'm not that far ahead of time. So thank you so much for coming in tonight, Nicole, and take care. Well, that's good. 100 degrees all week. Oh my goodness. Lots of flowers to harvest tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to do. And see, that was the thing, was when I started, like, we increased the gardens and I was starting to watch so many things on YouTube was all about cut flower gardens. And that's really where my passion lay the last year or two. And then this year I'm like, oh, I didn't start as many cut flowers this year. So apparently it's the year of vegetables this year. So we'll see what I do next year. So good night, Nicole and Joni. Hope you have a good night. Anything above 32 Celsius is a no, even for me. Yeah. Hey, LP, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? 90s this week. Yeah, it's so hot. The thugs are just letting their pants drop all the way to their ankles. Oh, that lets the breeze in, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked at the 10-day forecast to see where we're going weather-wise, but like it's just been absolutely perfect. So, kind of a frustrating story. So, my daughter, she has our neighbors down the street. They have 3 girls, and the oldest one, her band was performing today at Canada's Wonderland, which is like our version of like Six Flags, right here just north of Toronto. And so the parents decided to take the day off from work and take the other two girls out of school. And then they invited my daughter and another neighbor up the street because they have season passes. So they're like, do they want to come? My daughter's like, yeah. So they all went today on a Thursday, and the weather was perfect. It was nice and cool. I don't think it rained. They got to go on a ton of rides because it wasn't busy. But the thing is they were told, and they double checked a couple of times, they were told that the performance was going to be at 11. So they left here at 9 to get there for 10, to get in, to get around and everything, right? Wonderland doesn't open until 10. Apparently the performance actually happened at 9:30. Before the park even opened up, before any of the parents were there, before any of the audience was there. Apparently it was like being judged or something. So yeah, the parents were very upset because they both took the day off of work to go and watch their daughter perform, and then they did it like, I don't know, I would be fuming. I would be so mad. It's just so disappointing, right? They should just get a rip in them, just saying. That's the thing. Those some of those ripped jeans can get a little brazy. Yeah. Yeah, I would have just been just hopefully someone filmed it. But yeah, I would be like, that would have been just so frustrating. Like, how could they get that wrong? And to do it before anyone could even be there to watch them. So I wonder. Yeah, so, but the good news is they got to go on, what did she say, Behemoth, which is the big orange roller coaster. They went on that 4 times. They went on Leviathan twice. They went on Yukon Striker 3 times. So, oh yeah, I would unleash Kareen on them. That would be fun. I mean, just hold up my phone. My friend's mad at you. Here you go. Chew them out. So yeah, so they were excited. At least, you know, it wasn't too busy of a day and it wasn't too hot. So they got to go on a ton of rides. So, cause the last time we went, it was so, oh my gosh, it took us, cause we went last Thursday. It was no school day. And we just thought it was kind of like a no school day, but apparently it was like pretty much all of Ontario because everybody had the exact same idea to go. And we were in line forever. We left here at 9:20 and it's like a 45-minute drive. We didn't get in through the gates until 12:30. And normally we would have been in by 10:15, like absolutely insane. And, I think they went on 3 rides all day. And then we left. We're like, no, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. So how do you You'll have to go over to her other channel on her other live. And then maybe she'll show you. And I've learned quite a few curse words over the year. My mom calls them adjectives. Oh. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yep. Yep. And yeah, apparently they don't know that. Because if they did, it seems like, I don't know. It just looks ridiculous. Like, no one wants to see your underwear. Do not need to see it. At all. Nope. And then they can't even walk properly. Like, so many of these guys are going to end up having like some like major hip problems, hip replacements, knee replacements, because they are walking so awkwardly just to try and keep their pants up. It has got to be bad on your posture and your joints. That's all I can say when I see them. Just let Marvin yell at them and they won't understand and they'll think he's cussing. You can get away with it. She'll send you an email. You'll have to FaceTime Jesse. Yes. Yeah. Mission Impossible. Oh no. Oh gosh. You gotta hear someone from Newfoundland cussing. Now you're not sure half the time what they're saying at all. No, 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 no. That accent is so strong. And they have just the most unusual expressions as well. Because it was, I think, you know, it was a bunch of like Irish settlers that came in. And so they've got a lot of like the Irish expressions and sayings, and they have their own dialect. It's actually their own dialect that they have in Newfoundland. And it just to hear them, oh my gosh, when they get going and they're on a rant, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, it's just like, it's very intense, and they talk so fast, like you can't pick up half of what they're saying, but it's funny. If you don't believe me, type in Newfoundland sayings, and you'll get to hear some of the stuff they say and whatever. The Viking settlers. I'm a Viking. Well, your typing in English is great. I'm a redneck, so I have to type really slow. Oh, I don't want to type in and yeah, stick with the English for now. Yeah. Viking settlers. Yeah, Irish and whatever else. My mom's side is from Norway. So I have Viking blood. And actually that was my high school. We were the Vikings. That was our mascot. You can't type in Jamaican Creole. That would be interesting. That would be interesting to try and see and to read. Oh my goodness, that would be confusing. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I was going to check the weather. Because, you know, once it starts heating up, I'm going to have to get out, figure out this watering. I usually start with the top of the hill. But Mr. Dexter now decides that he has to drink from the hose the entire time I have it out. So that's not working too great. So tomorrow is going to be, I think it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be 72 and sunny. Beautiful day. Perfect. Saturday, 72. Sunday, 68. Monday, 75. Tuesday, 75, Wednesday, 77, Thursday, 84, and a risk of thunderstorms. So next Thursday, I'm going to look like a hot mess because it's going to be 84, but the humidex is going to feel like 99. So it's going to be, I'm going to be all gross and sweaty. Shade cloth in their plants. No, we did kind of do a bit of like a shade cloth thing over our greenhouse. And it does really seem to help. Who was it that I was watching was using a shade cloth recently? Oh, it was Nicole at Flower Hill Farm. She'd put a big shade cloth up on her coop house. I think I know, I don't know if I know of any of the you know, our YouTube family that does shade cloths. I know Kelly Kim in California. She's a pretty big YouTuber. I've seen some videos with her shade cloths, but I can't watch her channel anymore because I get mad at her growing her tomatoes in January. So she's like, ooh, it's a cold snap. I might have to bring my tomatoes in. I'm like, ooh, it's like minus 20 and 4 feet of snow. So yeah, if anyone here in the chat, like I said before, if you've done a video or you have any experience with shade cloth, feel free to answer her or let her know that you have a video for her to go check out. If not, Kelly Kim, I know she does have a video or two on that. After the live, everyone go show support for Rebecca. She posted her very first YouTube. What? She posted her video on YouTube. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Drop that link, Jessie. Oh, that's exciting. Good for her. She finally got around to it. And, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try. Hey, Sherry, welcome in. What is up? You forget that I'm Jamaican because I don't speak Creole. Oh, no. What is up, Soil Sisters and Soil Brothers? Houston, Friday 100, Saturday 100, Sunday 100, Monday. Cold front 95. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Jesse. I wish I could send down some of our cool breezy weather. Yeah, it's just been And last June, last year, the beginning of June, we were in a heat wave for like 3 weeks straight. It was like record breaking heat. It was outrageous. Um, and then this year, it's just like do 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 do. So I don't know. I don't know, but I can tell you right now that it's nice for planting, and it's nice for the kids going to school because they're still in school for the rest of the month. So hopefully we'll be getting some warm days in July and August so we can go to the river and go to the lake. But otherwise, I don't know. Yeah. This is the place to be tonight, apparently. Yes. What up? There you go. Thank you. Thank you for that. But no experience. All right. You just watched Rebecca's video. So cute. Oh, good to know. Good to know. That was a translation for the message you couldn't read. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That's what, an fidget. No, not even going to attempt it. Nope. Make a fool myself. That means I have to water every day. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. That's the one thing is not having to water, but I forget sometimes. I still have to check on the planter on my porch because it does not get the rain. It's blocked from the overhang there. It'll still be hot like here until like late September. Yeah. I mean, we get pretty, we can get pretty hot in the summer and we get really humid as well. But who knows this year? The weather is just like I'm looking at the forecast right now through June 23rd, and our hottest day is going to be next Thursday, which is 84, and our second hottest day is going to be 79. So we're going to be sitting just under 80 for the rest of the week, for the rest of the who knows, maybe the month. But the kids will be happy because they don't have air conditioning in the school. So there have been some year, like last year, it was just brutal. They were just dying, getting off the bus, and they're just all sweat dripping off of them. Poor things. Check your email before they send the package back to me for abandonment. Oh no, Sherry. Oh no. Sherry, check your mail. Waiting up for our dragon fruit flowers to open so we can pollinate them. It is an exciting night tonight over with Sherry and Bobby. We'll be pollinating our dragon fruit flowers. You're going to open, you should open a bottle of champagne, put on some nice music, get your little paintbrushes out, make a night of it. Oh my goodness. Gonna get charged up. We'll get you going on the laptop. No worries, Kareen. Do what you got to do. If I don't see you again, have a wonderful night and say hi to the family. Oh no. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Now you got to go track it down. That's correct, Mona. There is rain in the forecast, though, in July. You're still here, just tired, was home from work. Oh, no, you're not feeling good today. Are you texting me again? Stop texting me. Oh, you're in here. I don't know. It's a new phone, and sometimes, like, I'm trying to turn the volume off. There we go. And sometimes, like, the volume thing just won't show up. Like, it's like, nope. You're going to have all your, everything going, right? And Sydney, oh, she has something for her. She will give it to her tomorrow. All right, no problem. I do like to make sure I have my phone on when my kid's with someone and not home, but they had a good time. They always have fun at Wonderland, so. And I was glad I didn't have to go. Even better. Hey, Mike Henderson, how are you? Welcome in from Alabama. We got people from all over tonight. I always wish I could have like my backdrop be like a map, and then like as people came in the room, they could just like put a little just a pin. I don't know where I'm going with that. But like we could just kind of see on the map, see where people are from all over and whatever. I think that'd be cool. But so get on that, Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot. I never even logged into Nightbot. So you have to log into Nightbot each time for him to show up. Because if we did do Nightbot, we can do the weather thing. Okay, so I logged into Nightbot. So maybe Nightbot might show up. And then we can do the weather thing. And then everyone can like do the weathers, right? So yeah, we got Mike is in here. Kareen is not sure if she's going to make it back. Don't worry about it. It was good to have you in here tonight. Lax is saying hello. I never check the mail. I never check the mail either. I don't even know I don't even know which mailboxes are ours, to be honest. I would be like arrested for going over and checking all of the mailboxes because I'm not 100% sure which boxes are. My husband just always checks it. Hey, Heather Lynn, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Check your email. Lisa sent you the tracker number. Okay, even better. 2 to 3 times a week. All right. Hello, friends who just came in. Danny really isn't feeling good tonight. Yeah. Massachusetts. Let me look again. Okay. I'm your night. I know you're my night bot, but I'm not going to make you do everyone's weather. All right. Oh, and I still got to figure out how to do the joke thing. I need to get the link from Sherry. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Cuts the grass and takes out the trash. She's awesome. Wow. Now I know why you married her. Just ask me any city. Jesse's afraid he's going to get usurped here. Don't worry, Jesse. We still love you. Any city. Jesse's going to be dropping him in there. It's funny because I keep track of like here, and then I also keep track of Anchorage, where my parents are at in Anchorage, Alaska. And they've been very, very similar weather to us. We're just maybe a smidge warmer, but just very, very similar weather, which is usually we're quite a bit warmer for that from them. But yeah, it looks like they're going to be beautiful weather the next couple weeks. So that'll be nice for them to be able to get out. They and go to like the river or the lake nearby and go see what's going on. Get out. She just came back from a Bible study. Very nice. And hi. Did you see my rhubarb video, Heather? I gave you a shout out. I was using my Pampered Chef whisk thingy, the potato masher thingy. I used it again today when I was baking. So I use that all the time it's great for mixing in any kind of doughs or flours or even like meat for like ground beef, meatballs, meatloaf, stuff like that. I love that little, it's flat. It's like flat. It looks like almost like a ladle that's flat. And then it's got like 2 concentric circles, and they have like, it's almost like a triangle shape on the bottom. So it smashes right through stuff. I think it's for potatoes, but, yeah. Yeah. So I used my cooking blender yesterday to make some jam. Ooh, nice. I was debating making jam, but I don't have small jam jars. I just have the big jam jars, and I don't really want to can it. So I was thinking maybe just doing 1 jar's worth of rhubarb pineapple jam, because I have rhubarb growing, and I just sliced up 3 big pineapples that my husband had got on sale, and oh my God, they were absolutely delicious. I probably ate like half a pineapple while I was cutting it. Like they were so juicy, and one of them was like almost starting to turn. So that one was like super, super sweet and just a hint of a little fizziness to it. It's almost like a fermented pineapple. It's really, really good. So I was thinking of maybe, because I was like, I got to use it up. So otherwise it's going to probably, some of it might go in the dehydrator. But I did make a pineapple upside down cake with some of it today, and that was amazing. And no, I'm not trying to, no. I've tried that so many times in the past, and the thing just rots, and then it gets dragged around my garden by some animal. No. I don't think it's hot enough here for me to do that. I made 2 pint jars from the strawberries and the CSA share yesterday. Oh, nice. Yeah, I should just do some small, just like a refrigerator's worth of, that's what I usually do. Like I'll do like 2 or 3 jars worth of jam and then just put in the fridge, and they kind of, last us for most of the year. We don't eat a ton of jam, but yeah. So I don't know. Has anyone tried it? Like I wasn't sure about the flavors. I've never had pineapple and rhubarb together. I don't think they'd be bad, but it's like pineapple's a tropical fruit. Rhubarb is like an Arctic fruit. So I don't know. It'd be kind of unusual. Yeah, that's not happening. No, I've tried it. It's not happening. Hello, Kettle Kitchen. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for coming. You came in right on time. We were just talking about jam. CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. Thank you. Oh goodness, we have 3 baby pineapples in the yard right now. Oh, adorable. Hey Lydia, welcome in Best Jet Journey. How are you doing tonight? Lydia's over there dancing. Look at her go. Do 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 do. Woo! I was using a recipe book from the book that comes with the cooking blender. Oh, very cool. Hey, soil brother, soil sister. Yeah, so has anyone had rhubarb and pineapple together? I did mix it, so I made some rhubarb syrup. Oh, I still haven't done that video. So I made rhubarb syrup, so I had that in the fridge. And then I had some of the fresh pineapple juice from cutting them. You know how you get some and I pour it off into a glass. So I mixed them together with some club soda, and it was very good. So I think it would make a good jam. Like, people wouldn't have a recipe for it if it was terrible, right? It's just, it was a flavor combination I never had. Go buy a lottery ticket. Go buy a lottery ticket, Corrine. We're glad to see you too. Hello, Jesse. Everyone's saying hello, hello. Hey, and Dale, how are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you tonight. My 2 roommates just showed up. Yes, and loved it. Okay, is that back to me on the pineapple and rhubarb? Rhuapple. That's fun. You have to try it. I know that you keep thinking it tastes like celery. It's like, it looks like celery, but it tastes nothing like celery. You know, like Swiss chard looks like celery, but it doesn't taste anything like celery either. It's very, very soft. As soon as it gets cooked up, it's very soft. The closest thing I could compare it to would be like cranberry. It's a similar texture. Like when you cook it, it gets really squishy and mushy and it's tart. Miss Sweet Ann Dale, the Southern Flower. Pine barb. Ooh, I think I like rhuapple better than pine barb. Hello, Anne, the sweetest southern belle of the flower of the south. She's gonna have to rename her channel now. She thought it was too long before. Okay, good. Thank you. All of a sudden there was so much going on in the chat. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm looking at. Yes. Okay, so maybe I'll try it. Oh, that's sweet. Very nice. Send her some. I've never made rhubarb jam. Normally I just get enough and we just kind of, I make about a bunch of, you know, some crisps out of it. So I did have a recipe today. So I went with the pineapple because it was like, it had to get used up. And the rhubarb, like I chopped up some and have it in the freezer, and then I still have some that I can harvest. So rhubarb, I was debating my next. I have a recipe for rhubarb custard pie, which sounds amazing, and I love custard. One of my favorite desserts. And I also have one for a rhubarb cheesecake pie. So it's not like a cheesecake with rhubarb. It's like a pie with rhubarb in it and then a layer of like cheesecakey topping. And I'm kind of leaning towards that because there's a bakery that used to be not far from us here, and they had amazing pies, and they were famous for their butterscotch pie. It was sinfully good. And they had this rhubarb pie there, and it was like a rhubarb tart with bits of cream cheese on it, and it always looked amazing. And I never got it because I only ever went there when they had like the butterscotch was on season, and I was like, oh, they put up a post or a sign saying butterscotch this weekend, and you had to go in and you had to get it, and you got to pre-order it. And I never tried the rhubarb one, and then they suddenly just went out of business. So it could be too hot. Yeah, that is not a problem we have. It definitely gets cold enough for the rhubarb here. And then there were some recipes for I always grew up with strawberry rhubarb, and then we watched this video where this guy was all upset that people have to adulterate the flavor of rhubarb with strawberries, and my husband watched it, and now he doesn't want it. He does not want strawberries in his rhubarb. He only wants his rhubarb straight up, and I like it straight too. I'm a bit of a purist. Well, see, that's my only hesitation with cheesecake, because for me, I like cheesecake, and I like it like a super rich, thick, heavy New York style cheesecake. I don't want any flavorings on it. If I have topping, I want it on the side. And then I can get like cheesecake and the topping separate. I don't want it mixed in. I don't want it swirled in. I want it separate. So that's what I like about this cheesecake is it's separate layers. It's not like mixed in like a flavored cheesecake. So I'm torn. But I think it has a like sour cream topping to it. You're supposed to mix like sour cream and sugar and stuff to put on the top as the topping. And I don't have any sour cream. So that was, I think, one of the reasons why I didn't make that today. And I went with the pineapple stuff instead. But yeah. Have you had Philadelphia cheesecake filling? I usually use Philadelphia cheesecake cream cheese. But like, is that like a pre-made cheesecake filling? Or I have a recipe. It's super simple. It's really good. And it's in the Instant Pot. And it's pretty much foolproof. And it's super easy to make. You just put it right in the Instant Pot because you have this beautiful little water bath. And we absolutely love cheesecake here. So I don't make it too often. Maybe I'll make it for Father's Day. That would be nice. When is Father's Day, by the way? Is that this weekend? Ice cream, vanilla cake, and frosting over cinnamon rolls added to yogurt. Ooh. Oh, that sounds nice. You had me at frosting. Oh, no, I've never seen that here. I don't know if we have that here. Hello, Heather. Delicious. I make fruit dip with Philadelphia cream cheese and melted marshmallows. My mom used to make that years ago. Yeah. Or you buy the fluff. You buy marshmallow fluff and you mix it. That is so good. Actually, my mom used to make a dessert pizza. And it was like a giant. So she'd take a pizza pan and she'd bake a sugar cookie. And then she would make like that kind of a topping, the fruit with the cream cheese and like, or I think she would do sour cream and then sugar too. I think sometimes it might have been sour cream and cream cheese, whatever. And she'd put that on as the base and then like do really pretty rows of different fruit all around it. Oh my God, it was so good. Absolutely delicious. Well, y'all ought to try some chicken spaghetti. Chicken spaghetti. I'm going to need more details on that. Mennonite Farmhouse makes rhubarb bread and drizzle my strawberry rhubarb over top. I can stop. Oh, that sounds good. I saw some, I think it was for Norwegian rhubarb bars. I can't remember if there were bars and then there were like muffins and then there's like scones. So I spent way too much time looking through the recipes and ran out of time to make it. That's what happens to me. You're going to try the rhubarb bread. Okay. I did see that. So maybe we'll all have to try it and do a review on the recipe. Strawberry cheesecake dip dessert last week for our church picnic. Oh, that sounds really good. Lisa always here to help our brother out. Very nice. Your weather sounds awful. Yeah. Where, like, are you behind or something, Nicole? Where are you coming from with the weather thing? Like, that was 5 minutes ago. Where are you at? Nicole fell asleep. Father's Day, June 19th. Okay. Thank you. June 19th. So, okay, I got 2 weeks. So it's not this coming Sunday. It's the Sunday after. All right, good, because we're working this Sunday. That would suck. With ground chicken instead of ground beef. Oh, okay. So like ground chicken spaghetti? Is that what you're talking? Or are you talking like chicken parmesan with noodles? Sorry, I keep repositioning. I'm struggling to get comfortable in this chair tonight. My leg is bothering me. Oh my God. Stupid hill. You don't even want to know. This is why I don't film. I'm not filming. Like planting. I can't. First of all, I can't figure out where to put. Hey, welcome in, Gina versus Gina. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, so we have this hill in the back and like, first of all, to set up a camera is awkward anyways on the hill. And then like the positions that I'm in, it's like I'm doing Twister to try and get into position to be able to reach over like the plants that are already there so that I don't kill anything. And then to try and get in position to weed them out and to put the new ones in. I woke up and my legs were so sore. And it's not like the regular muscles on your legs that you expect to be sore. But it was like my shins and like the outer side of my calves and like my feet. So it's like, because I'm just like standing and like one foot's here like this and this foot's here like this. And then I'm like this and I'm leaning down and then one knee's down and one knee's up. And then, oh my gosh, it's just super, super awkward footing. But normally my ankle swells up. Normally my bad ankle swells up when I do like a lot of work on the hill. If I'm like even harvesting, that was one of the reasons I think I hated those stupid cherry baby tomatoes last year, was every time I go up there and do like a big harvest on them, my ankle would like swell up because of the angle I was on. It would just really aggravate it. So that's not too swollen today, so that's good. But I have been working on trying to deal with that, the swelling as well. Uh, just doing more massages, and I gotta elevate it. And yeah, I struggle from edema. I've suffered from edema for when did I get it? It hit me it just out of the blue. All of a sudden, boom! It hit me in the fall of 1998. I was a baby then. I was much younger, and all of a sudden, boom! It just hit me. I just swelled up, and it was all over more then. Like if you see pictures of me from like 10 years ago, like some days my face would just be so swollen with the water. So I have managed it a bit better now. It's more in my extremities, but my right ankle. I've been working though. I'm doing my exercises and I'm trying to do the massages more regularly. And yes, Dr. Jesse's in the house. Yeah. So lymphatic issues. Tried all kinds of stuff. Unfortunately, you go to the doctor and basically all they can tell you is put your feet up. Put your feet up. That was one doctor told me. They told me to raise the. They said put some blocks at the bottom of the bed, so that at night, all night long, the swelling will drain out of your feet. So I tried that, and it worked. Like I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh my goodness, my feet look so much better. This is awesome. And then I looked in the mirror. My face was enormous. It was so swollen and puffy. And even now, like when we went camping a few years ago, the mattress wasn't perfectly flat and my head was down a bit. And I was like, nope, we got to switch it around. But it was too late. It was dark. And my husband's like, oh, we'll do it in the morning. Woke up in the morning like this. Like my lips were enormous. They were just huge and swollen. It was funny. They're like, oh my God, you get stung or something? Did something happen? I was like, nope. Just the water. Nicole, it's going to be gross. I don't know how you do it. Honestly, we had one that we were like we were like 89 that one day, last week for like 2 days. We were like 89 degrees. And I was just like, I don't know how Nicole does this. Nope. Hard pass. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally twister out there. Yes, I do watch it, and I watch my blood pressure and everything from it. So fortunately, that's not an issue. I'm doing all right so far with that. I struggle with my joints when it's hot and humid because of my lupus. Yeah. The humidity makes mine worse as well. Living in Florida was pretty bad. The humidity just swells me up bad. It's like my body just starts absorbing it from the air. Need to be above the heart when laying down. That's the problem. But the thing is it's not just in my feet, it's everywhere. So it's like, well, whatever is elevated, whatever is not elevated swells up. So, yeah. So it's like, I would rather my feet be swollen than my face. Just like it hurts sometimes when you swell up too, right? Like the skin just like stretches and it's very uncomfortable. If you sleep in a bed, yeah. Well, and see, that's why I blame my belly, because I sleep on my stomach. I cannot sleep on my back. I was like, if I slept on my back, I would, yeah, exactly. If I could sleep on my back like that. Jesse's right. Halfway through the day, my jeans would start falling off. You're like, what happened there? Oh, yeah. So I blame sleeping on my stomach. The water just kind of all accumulates in the front, but it doesn't inhibit my life anymore like it used to back, especially when I was in Florida when it was first happening. Like I was in just so much pain. um just the skin felt like it was just gonna rip off and stretch. I couldn't handle even having like a sheet touch my feet at night sometimes, and it was hard to walk, it was hard to move, it was extremely depressing to be 19 years old and all of a sudden gain 50 pounds in 3 months of water and just look like you were just bloated all the time and no one knew what to do about it. And you went to the doctors and you had tests and nothing could happen. And so it is much better now. It's just one of those things that kind of learned to live with and just to kind of keep the massage does really help. I do like daily facial massage, just briefly, quickly when I'm putting on my lotion, just to help get the fluid out down through my neck. And then a couple 2-3 times a week I'll do my much longer facial massage, and it really does help. It gets, if I did not do my facial massage, I would not have a chin or a jawline at all. I would just be swollen. So the facial massages, it does really help. I just need to do more with my feet. By the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I'm tired, right? So if I keep up on it, it does seem to help a lot. I have lovely swelling over. Oh no. Yeah, I have very broad shoulders. I always looked like I had shoulder pads on. You're a side sleeper. You got to switch sides. One side one night, one side the other night. I flip back and forth. Sleep in a V. Yeah. I'd have like a badonkadonk. Oh, that would be awesome. I'd much rather have it there. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm still swearing by the gua sha I did on my neck. Like, honestly, it is still like, I'll start to feel tight and I just stretch it and it'll just crack and it loosens up. So I'm going to have my daughter do my back one of these days. So I'm going to do it this weekend, maybe. I want to make sure I do it before, sundress season, because no one wants to see that. That'd be gross. Also a side sleeper. No, I'm like falling off a building splat sleeper. Arms out, akimbo, one knee up, one leg down. Just, yeah. I look like the chalk drawings. I don't know if there is a proper spelling on that, to be honest. Did that get flagged by the spell check? I don't know. I don't know how to. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, if it's gonna be somewhere, might as well be there, right? Or might as well. But no. Yeah. I mean, but I think so. I think that's definitely the proper spelling. For sure, 100%. Sherry's dying over there. Gecko style sleeper. Exactly. Yeah. And the problem is my daughter sleeps the same way too. So when she was little, it'd just be like a tangle of legs. Yeah. My stomach couldn't handle sleeping on my stomach. Yeah. I find oh my God, when I was pregnant, I couldn't sleep on my stomach. Had to sleep on my back. Couldn't sleep. Like, it was such a struggle. And then like the last 2 months of my pregnancy, I had a really, really bad heartburn. So I'm like propped up on all these pillows, just laying there like, and I knew it's like, if I could just roll over on my stomach, I could sleep. So yeah, and then they say, oh, sleeping on your stomach's not good for you. You should learn how to sleep on your back. You can train yourself how to sleep on your back. But I figure I tried for 2 full months while pregnant, and if I couldn't do it then, I'm not even going to bother, because at least I'm sleeping, right? And sleep's important. Sleep is very, very important for every aspect of your health. So, if you're having health issues, very first thing, get more sleep. You alternate between your right side, left side, and my stomach. Yeah, I flip, and there's like a lot of this motion all night long. I only lay on my stomach when I want to rock myself to sleep. I'm picturing it. Every once in a while, my husband's more of a side sleeper, but every once in a while, like I'll look over at night and he'll be like just laying there like this, and he'll like almost have like his hands on his chest or something. Just be like, I'll be like, dude, you okay? It's so weird. I snore like a bear on my back. Bobby, sorry, babe. Turn over on your side. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's sometimes, yeah, you can get into a really bad position and it's just like, yeah, exactly. Start snoring up a storm. Sometimes, yeah, he doesn't snore very often, but every once in a while, and it's always like it starts like you're struggling to fall asleep. It's one of those nights where you can't fall asleep. You're laying there, you're tossing and turning, and then you finally start to drift off into sleep, and then it's like, and then you do the jiggle. You jiggle the bed a little, and you jiggle the bed a little more. And then you accidentally bump. Oops. Oops, I didn't mean to kick you in the shin. My bad. Oops. I didn't know you were there. Oops. Yeah. Well, lovely people. Thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, go ahead and smash it. And I will be doing a garden tour. I don't know if it's so much of a garden tour as like an overview of all the stuff that's gotten planted, because I do want to show, some of these things are super, super tiny. So it'll be fun when I do like my first, I think July was my first tour, like, because that's kind of when things are really starting to come in. So it'll probably be more of a seeing what's going on, or see what I've done. Kind of a video coming up this weekend just to see everything that's gotten planted, and hopefully I'll remember my tomato and pepper varieties for the video. I have them, they're written down somewhere. I have them in the book somewhere. I did write down all the varieties that had started. And yeah, I got to get up Dexter's appointments in the morning, poor little baby. So he yeah, later days. Enjoy the chat. Thanks for hosting. Thank you so much for coming in. It was great to have you. Nice to have you join the family. Great live. Sherry, thank you. Let me try to go outside. Pray for me. I'm afraid of the dark. Oh, no. It's all right. You got Bobby to protect you, right? You can't be afraid of the dark with Bobby around. I'll have to catch the replay. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night, all. Thank you so much, Anne, for coming in. And 9:30, we're just almost to 2 hours, so I still haven't finished putting together my garden tour that I filmed last Friday. It's been a busy week. Oh my gosh. You know what? I've learned last year, if I'm going to do a tour video, like I have to make sure I get it up fast, make sure I don't have like a lot of editing needed to be done, because sometimes by the time I go to post it, everything looks totally different. And I'm like, well, I can't post it now. So then I'll go out and reshoot the video. So then it's like, I wasted that time and that whatever. So especially with the update videos, things like that, like try and get them up as quickly as you can. Keep that in mind when you're filming it. If there's some distractions and stuff going on, just, keep that in mind to try and do it as much as you can in one take, so the editing doesn't take too long, so that you can actually get it out when it's still relevant. Right? I know it's hard. Most of my videos, like planting videos and stuff, are like a week behind, so it happens. I will see everybody later. Good night, Danny. Good night, Heather Lynn. Maybe I will just redo it tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I find that it just changes so quickly. So especially with a tour or an update of a plant video, sometimes you just got to really push yourself to try and just get it out as quickly as you can, because then you could have gotten 2 tour videos up, and then you end up only doing 1, and you kind of missed the opportunity for that footage or whatever. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Anne, so much. Nice to see everybody. Hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you here next week. And I could be a hot, sweaty mess, and then I'll be complaining about the heat, so that'll be fun. Have a good night. And more things. Yeah, there's definitely more things blooming, so that's your call. But if you do refilm it, get out there and do it. And you, miss. Okay, yeah, I have a problem with you because you keep posting stuff on Instagram and you keep posting stuff on Facebook, and I'm like, none of this stuff was even like blooming the last tour video, and now you're like getting fruit and stuff on it. So yes, get on that. It's not even the same garden. I believe it. And Baltloop, please email me at lazydaysahead@gmail.com. All right. Is that everything? We're in, we're out. Oh, you know what? We're at 1 minute. We're at 1 hour, 59 minutes, 29 seconds. I'm going to wait and go all the way to the 2, just to get the full 2 hours. Yes, I know you're so far behind. And then it's like, I don't even want to go and check your Instagram because it's like, spoiler alert, I want to see it in my full video. So, yeah, get that out. Okay. But don't do it Sunday morning because I'm working Sunday morning. So Saturday morning would be great. And then I can sit and drink my coffee and cuddle with poor little Jexy Wexy because he'll have his surgery tomorrow. And we can just sit on the couch and drink coffee and tour through Nicole's garden. So if you're not following this Nicole Smith Gardening, go check her out. She has this amazing, huge potager garden down in Texas. And she's like getting all kinds of produce out of there and squash and tomatoes and whatever else. So good night, everybody. We hit the 2 hour mark. And take care, and I will see you later. And make sure you email Jessie. Everybody email Jessie. I don't know what that's about. No. I love you so much. That was my Kiki impersonation. Where'd Kiki go? She must have fallen asleep. All right, I'm out now. Oh, and there's Nicole's link. Thanks, Jessie. He's on it.